diamond AVIM connectors. These connectors are designed with withstand shocks and vibrations with an excellent optical performance. My name is Theo Doe. I have been working with fiber optic interconnectivity for more than 15 years in several capacities. My function is to support the customers in solving complex and challenging fiber optic connectivity and cable design. So let me see, I can get my, oops, sorry about that, for some reason. Okay. So the demand for high-speed data transmissions, fiber optics is increasing rapidly from commercial telecom to specialized applications such as the optical communications for security, for intra and inter-satellite communications, quantum communications, as well as quantum computing and measurements instrumentations. That just to name a few. Fiber optic is the medium that can fulfill such a demand. With that, the system designer challenges are many. The designer concerns such as system reliability, optical performances, and optical loss budget. The system designer must considers the numbers of the connectors, of the fiber splices, the amount of loss that they have, the length of the fiber, the fiber attenuations, as well as if there's a feed through. Some of them may have a vacuum feed through, and all this is induced loss to your fiber path. So there's a concern for the optical loss budgets that must be considered. In addition to those losses or issues, there's about material outgassing challenges. High temperature, low temperatures, shocks and vibrations, and cable designs that can cause some challenges as well. So selecting the right components for applications at the early stage is encouraged. Early selections, for example, the connectivities save times and money, times for tests and qualifications of the connectors or cable assemblies, and the costs associated with these tests. So sometimes these tests and qualification might put the dampener or even slowing down your project as well. We believe that Diamond AVIM Family Connector is the right solution. The AVIM Family Connectors is a multi-purpose commercial off-the-shelf, is offering high optical performance and reliabilities in a challenging environment, specifically the vibrations environments. From left to right, you see the AVIM connector, the MIDI, which is the medium side between the AVIM and the MiniAVIM, which is much smaller. And to far right, you see the MicroAVIM, which is very small connectors, ball mountable, and we will go take time and go to each and every one of them of its capabilities and features for you. These connectors have an excellent track record in many applications and programs for space, shipboards, avionics, and instrumentations application. These connectors are compatible with the broadest range of optical fiber, including the PM fiber, single mode fiber, of course, and different core and cladding size, including square, rectangular, core and cladding, and multi-core fiber in many cases. So the AVIM was designed in the 90s for aerospace application. with mill-style ratcheting system to operate in shock and environments. Since then, this connectors has been designed to shipboard, avionic, even international space stations, and many space missions following that, and many commercial applications. Recently, these AVIM connectors been on mission to Mars, and multiple missions to Mars, actually. The AVIM high optical performance in the form of low insertion loss, high return loss, that credit to diamond active core alignment. The connectors is also all metal body for ruggedness, as well as for high temperature, capable with diamond process, termination process that can handle up to 150 degrees Celsius. The AVIM connectors offer the sealed bulkhead flange that mount for pressurized applications such as avionics, aircrafts, and such. And as you can see from the table below, the shocks and vibration tests have been performed, both in enhanced and space gray. We expect the commercial application performed as well, because we have many applications been using today for these connectors. The next is the MIDI and the MiniAVIM connectors. These have similar features. The MidiAVIM was recently released. MidiAVIM was medium-sized AVIM, is similar to the Mini, but is easier to handle the way it's designed, and it can accommodate a small cable version, cable as a jacket, including the stainless steel armor jacket. The MiniAVIM was initially designed for a specific mission to space. It has been qualified by ESA, the European Space Agency, and recently requalified the MiniAVIM as a go-to connectors. And we know that US companies also doing the same, using the same connectors. Because this has been proven, has proven track records for 15 years at least, along with the previous version of the AVIM connectors, but both are still on the markets today. It has similar features with the ratcheting styles, connected body, and active core alignment for low insertion loss, and as well as the single mode and PM fiber, high temperatures. In addition to that, the MiniAVIM also capable coupling with the diamond power solution technologies that can handle high powers, which we see a lot of demand today for in high powers optical power for single mode fiber up to several watts for laser communications, as well as for LiDAR applications. Next up, last but not least, the MicroAVIM connectors. The MicroAVIM connectors is based on the diamond micro interface, or the DMI connector, but using only titanium component for the MicroAVIM. The MicroAVIM is identical to the MiniAVIM in terms of the terminus or termini, or the ferrule itself, but using a different locking mechanism. As you can see, the connectors is about, I think, around 5.5 millimeters in diameters, and a total length when put together is about, I believe, 8 or 9 millimeters. It is a very small footprint. It's ball mountable. You can use it for, you can solder it onto a PC board, or you can screws on, as well as you can screw on to your chassis if necessary. You can put the entire bank of numbers of mating adapter and connectors inside your systems that doesn't take up a lot of space. The MicroAVIM and the DMI also available for Power Solution and Power Solution Plus. As I mentioned earlier, Power Solution can handle up to 6 watts of optical power for single mode and PM fiber, and holding up very well with the high polarization extinction ratio, or PER. On the Power Plus, it can handle up to 16 watts of optical power for single mode fiber, which we have seen a lot of demand today in laser communication as well as LiDAR and long haul communication. And coupled with the diamond precision and tight tolerance and control manufacturing process, you ensure the high quality and repeatability performance of our opticals connectors. Diamond AVIM families is a well thought out design with ratchet mechanism built into the body, and on both, as you can see, the ratchet mechanism to lock the connectors in place while operating in a vibration environments that keep the connector from unscrew or backing out, that causing decimals to your system. So that's the difference between the Diamond AVIM family connectors and the standard connectors on the markets today. In coupling with the high performance, optical performance, these connectors also offering a very unique bulkhead. As you can see, the AVIM and the MIDI and the MiniAVIM share the same bulkhead mating adapter that allows you to interchangeably, you can put a smaller connector, that MIDI, inside of your panel, inside your system, while you have a more ruggedized MidiAVIM connectors on the outside with the cable jacket or armor jackets. We also offer the hybrid mating adapter that you can mate different connectors. For example, below there you see the AVIM connector can mate to Mini and a MidiAVIM connectors. Also, for free space application, there's what we call an interface module, or iMod, Diamond iMod, that allows you to couple your connectors onto the iMod for projection or injection. You can project the light into your optical system or receiving light from your source. So the AVIM family connectors is a well thought out design connectors. In summary, the AVIM family connectors are well designed, ratcheting mechanism coupling to prevent from backing out in the shock and vibration environments, all metal bodies, small, lightweight, and active core alignment for low insertion loss. I believe I'm running low in my time, so I'm going to go ahead and end my presentation and move into the Q&A sessions.
Thanks, Theo. It looks like we'll start maybe with one question, see if we have time for a second. So the first question here is from Gregory, and he's asking whether for the active core alignment, the fiber core to the center of the ferrule, what the typical loss is for SM fiber in the visible.
Depending on the visible wavelength, we have worked with 2.5 microns fiber that probably yields about nearly 1 dB of loss for the 2.5 micron fibers.
Okay, great. And maybe one last quick question. What are the dimensions of the MicroAVIM connector?
I believe the diameters is about 5.5 millimeters, and the total length for both connectors mating and together, I would say about 9 or 10 millimeters in length.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for your presentation today. It was fantastic.